So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys make yourself at home. Today, I, Loani, the youngest and newest teacher at English U, will have the honor to make the introduction for you guys of our prom. I am already starting the intro in English to set the mood for the following students. For you guys, don't worry. If you're nervous, so am I. That's okay. Just do your best. For the parents and those who don't speak English yet, I hope so, that's not a problem. You will understand by the slides and by the contest. For instance, if you speak English, that's no problem if you forget a line or two, because it is your essence. Your essence is part of whom you've become. Even if you forget the fact that you know English, you can and will manage to explain it to even for a child. So, I'd like to thank you guys for the trust in our work and school. Even though it's not about teaching a language, it's about changing people's lives. Now, I'd like to call Pedro Salas, our dear polyglot friend.
Me already?
Yeah, you. I got nervous. I forget half of the things I was going to say.
Well, I'm nervous too.
I doubt it.
Hello, good morning, guys. First of all, it is a real pleasure to be here with you, to be invited by English U School. And what else can I say? Is for me, to be here it's a thrill. It's a thrill. What I would like to say, first of all, well done all the ones that have got the advanced certificate. Well done. How important is to get that? That certificate, in a way, or in reality, will open a little bit the world for you. To speak English nowadays is so important that you never know. I've traveled a little bit around the world, and English. Also, Spanish is very important as well. Spanish could be the second language of importance in the world today, but the first one is English. So once again, you've done fantastic. You've done fantastic. I've been following you, or I've been following some of you in the English school sometimes, and all I can say is congratulations. Once again, English, for me, opened my mind, not only just the world, opened my mind, which is very important. I know all of you speak your language, I speak mine, but English, and I would like to repeat it again, is so necessary nowadays that you can imagine. I mean, you are young people, you've got all the future in front of you, and to finish with now, you don't know how English will open the doors for you. Not only for just speaking English, not just for traveling, not just for business, for everything. Some of the studies that you will probably do, some of the best books are written in English. So it's all English, English, English. Anyway, once again, congratulations, well done guys, and I'll speak to you another time, okay? Thank you very much, thank you.
For the beginning, our friend, not student, Pietro.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Pietro. I'm currently 18 years old. And for the subject I want to talk about today, I choose the way you learn. I came to the conclusion I wanted to talk about this because recently, as I became an adult, I have to ask myself some questions like what kind of career I want to pursue in the professional area, or maybe what I would want to study if I would go to college. And this got me wondering, like, what is needed to me to learn. So I came to this conclusion. So how do we learn, and why we feel the need to seek knowledge? I would, like, break it apart because this is a bit hard to explain it altogether. So how do we learn? We learn, I concluded thinking about it, sometimes we learn, yes, most of the time we learn, kind of nervous.
That's nice. Thank you. Go on.
So the process of learning is simple. It's just absorbing information. No matter how you get it, you just absorb content related to any kind of subject. Either you hear somebody talking about it, or you read it in a book, or on an internet page, anything. The process of learning is as simple as that. But why do we feel the need to seek knowledge? I took the English language as a perfect example. In the professional areas, the English language became such an important asset to have, because you can't survive in a workplace, like in an office, when you can't understand. They may use your current bosses, like, send you need to like send a message to somebody, or understand something that's written on a report, as an example. So why? What is the easiest way to learn? By making the process fun. Just make the process fun. Some quick examples. The most simple thing to do to make the process easiest for you is like finding something that you feel comfortable in. Feel comfortable using. So like the most common things I find to me personally is listening to music, watching movies and series, using the subtitles in English, or watching it dubbed in English, and playing video games. Because at my time when I began to play, there wasn't really much a good amount of games that were translated to Portuguese. So we all had to like find a way to play and understand what was going on. So as a first example of how you can use these things to understand better the language, using the music, that was one of the most important tools that I use for me. This is a song called Waiting for Love by Avicii. He was a DJ. He say in the lyric, the 7 days of week. That's why I remember, every time I need to remember how to say the 7 days of the week. I quickly think about this quick, it's part of the music in the specific. You can see Monday left me broken. Tuesday I was through, we open. Wednesday my empty arms were open. Thursday waiting for love. Thank the stars it's Friday. I'm burning like a fire going wild on Saturday. Guess I won't be going to church on Sunday. That's 7 days a week. You can quickly, like, I need to remember. just sing a song in your mind and you have the 7 days a week. Easy as that. So, the first game I played in my childhood with my cousins was Minecraft. I think, if I'm not wrong, it might have been, since it was released, 13, 12 years old. This is the most common example I could think, because the game at the time don't have the translation. Like I said, when I began playing video games, no game whatsoever had translations to Portuguese. So it's a quick example. I'm not gonna get into the game, etc., but I just want to show what it is. You have contact. Most of what you learn by assimilation. So you see something, and you, mostly in English, you don't know what it is, or what's the name you're gonna call that in English, but you know what it is. So, as an example, we have all the blocks in the game, because it's a game made of cubes. So you can see here that this is a block of wood. You may not notice because it's not in a tree, but you have like leaves all around, you have fences, and you have a door. You can understand what it is by the context of your life. Like you see these objects every day, but you don't know how they are named in English. So this game was like the best tool I could get in my childhood, since I wasn't really proper studying the language. So I had, like, for an example, I need to get wood to build a house in the game. I'll go to a tree, I'll get an axe I will learn how to make tools, and I will need to like read a recipe to build what I was wanting to build, and etc. and etc. It's a really good tool. If you put a kid to play this game, this kid will, I would say, will play for several hours without like noticing. And throughout the time, he'll get like most of the names of the items in his head without noticing. And when he come across the word, like in a class, for an example, he will remember, oh, I see that, I had saw that in the game. And he will quickly assimilate that, and it will become easier to him to understand the language on its own. So, the most important things I think you need to do to like put yourself in a position when you can reach a high degree of understanding in English. Be persistent and focus on exposing yourself to the theme you are interested in a daily basis. What this means? You need to be in contact with the theme, in contact with the idiom, I should say the language. As I'm speaking, I would use the English language as the perfect example for this, like the learning method, because you see these every day. You are in contact with the English language every day. Everything, like the shirts we wear. Everybody has a shirt that has an English saying written on it that we don't know what it is, what it's saying, but we have it. So you listen to music on the street, on a bar, on a club, etc. You're listening English words. So you are in contact with these every day. So the first thing you need to know is you need to understand that you have to focus on acknowledging that you are surrounded by the language. So you need to seek for the opportunities you have around you. Find people that know more than you. The best way to understand something is getting close to somebody that knows more than you. That's why we go to school, because teachers know more than we do. Think analytically whenever possible. What is this? analyze your surroundings, analyze whatever kind of information you receive on the thing. Like how I was saying, you are surrounded by the English language daily, so you need to analyze. Oh, I heard a song on the street. What was the singer saying? I heard a part, but I don't understand a verse. So you get to see all the context of the music, or you go look out for the lyrics of the music to understand what he's saying. You don't need just to hear it, you need to try to really understand what he's saying. Like when you see somebody talk about a subject, and you say, let's see, somebody come up to you and say a simple phrase, but it has like a double meaning. Like I won't remember any example, but some phrase like with a double meaning, a hidden meaning, I shall say. You need to try to focus on understanding what is beyond the words, what is the context, what is the point the person that's talking to you wanna reach. And you need to exercise what you've learned, putting your knowledge to test. This is my test, because I'm dying inside right now. But you need to seek for challenges and tests in your life. Set goals to your learning progress. This goal is set from the teacher set this goal for me, so I can get my certificate. I didn't set it, but I'm here doing it. So this is the most important thing, I shall say, because when you just hear something in English, or you just read something in English and you understand it, you feel like, oh, I'm okay. I know now. I don't need to seek for anything more, etc. I'm good with what I have. But that's not true. When you need to really talk to somebody like Pedro that knows the language, you will probably die inside because you don't know what to say and how to say it. It's so much complicated. I can't even begin to explain. So you need to seek for challenges. Like a challenge for me now would be to have a conversation when I don't just stop talking from all of a sudden because I don't know what to say. This would be a challenge for me because I might get lost on the context and I might lose my words. I don't know what to say in the sequence. So you need to seek these challenges, like a challenge for a beginner, for example. A beginner would start by, well, let's say watching a movie. So you don't watch a movie, you watch the movie, but you put the subtitles in English. And you try to read the subtitles and understand. Like you hear the actor saying, and you read the subtitles. So you understand, oh, he's saying this, and these words are saying the same thing. So what means what? So you begin by that. And when you understand half of it, what you're reading, you can change it. You put the movie in English and the subtitles in Portuguese. So now you're hearing and you're reading, and you're going to do the inverse process until you can put the whole movie in English and the subtitles in English, etc. So you can progress step by step. And I think that's the end. I might not say I'm really happy I didn't die while doing this, but I think my fellow colleagues want to do it as well. So thank you very much. It was a great pleasure, and I'll see you around.
you like it? Yeah.
Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Vivian. I'm 36 years old. I'm a counter and I love to travel, so who doesn't? My first trip, I made a lot of mistakes, so today I'd like to give you some tips how to avoid problems in your trip. So let's go. Next. First, search for the chosen destination. Find out which is the best month or the seasons and the price tours because it will help you to program your travel and don't, for example, to arrive there and you have summer clothes and there is winter, for example. For example, if you want to go to Bonito, it's necessary to schedule your tours because if you get there and try to buy, you don't give it because it's just with schedule. Maybe most expensive. For example, if you intend to go to another country, find out about seasons and culture. And that's it. Next. Check your documents. It's so important. Check your passport and card's validity because you can resolve it in the last minute. If you need some mandatory documents, another documents like vaccine card or COVID report, and if you search if you need to have travel insurance because this thing is so important. Search for tours and make an itinerary. So find out the tours and if there are museums or restaurants, train, bus, subway near there, and you can enjoy your time much better and to have a good day. Confirm your reservation. I think it's so important because I always called it to the hotel and the flight company because you can arrive there and don't have a booking, everything okay. So anyone wants to get there and don't have a bedroom to sleep. So that's it. Make a checklist, baggage and documents. Make a checklist within your clothes and cameras, eating, toilets, things, documents. To have a list will help you to not forget anything. So, and leave your documents together because it's we don't want to open your suitcase and to realize that you forgot your phone charger or your toothbrush or whatever, your hair dryer. So, next, and enjoy every single moment in your trip. So that's it. Thank you so much.
Whoa, very nice, very nice. Do you like it as well? Mariana Moraes.
Hey guys, good morning. I'm so nervous because I never tried this, but let's start. So, my name is Mariana, I'm 14 years old. I live in Limeira with my parents. I have 3 brothers and I don't have sisters. I've been studying English for 5 years, I think. I don't know exactly, but I think this. I chose this term because my dream is going to Disney, always. And the Disney in my life always so present. I love Disney so much. So today I will talk about Disney parks in Florida. The main parks, so Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. The Magic Kingdom is opened in October 1st, 1971, and this is the famous Castle Park, and it has more 40 attractions for the family, and all night have a fireworks show in the park. The Epcot opened on October 1st, 1982. It has 1.2 million square meters, and this park has more 40 attractions, and most of them are ultra-realistic simulators. The next is Hollywood Studios. Opened on May 1st, 1989. This park has 546,000 square meters, and it has more 30 attractions, very radical attractions. And the last but not least, he has Animal Kingdom. He's opened in April 22, 1998, and he has 1.6 million square meters and more 30 attractions. There is also Safari that has more than 30 species of animals. All of these parks are found around Orlando, Florida, and to enjoy one day in any of these parks, you will pay on average $190. So, thank you for watching, and now you're watching a little video, fireworks show in Magic Kingdom.
second lecture in English, but let's go. My name is Laura Magrin. I'm 15 years old. I've been studying English 6 years, I think. I live in Limeira with my parents and pet. And I chose to stand because I love Los Angeles, and my biggest dream is know that city. To start, Los Angeles is a city of California with more than 3.8 million inhabitants. And Los Angeles is no like LA or City of Angels because Los Angeles is a Spanish name. And how Los Angeles is a famous city, a lot of celebrities living there. And some example is Kylie Jenner, Johnny Depp, Jennifer Aniston, Kim Kardashian, Charli D'Amelio, Vinnie Hacker, Justin Bieber, and Angelina Jolie. And has a lot of neighborhoods, and most famous neighborhood is Hollywood, Koreatown, Beverly Hills is a neighborhood where the celebrities living, and Silver Lake, downtown LA, and downtown Long Beach. Now I tell you some things to do in Los Angeles. The number one is you can visit the Hollywood sign. It is a brand of Los Angeles, and is a tourist attraction, a free entrance, and you can get there by car or walking, and has a wonderful The next is Griffin Observatory. The free entrance too. You can get there by car. Has a wonderful view too. You can see the picture, and yeah, that's it. Yeah. In Los Angeles has a lot of beaches, but I show the most famous to you. Laguna Beach, Malibu Beach, Venice Beach, Santa Monica, where the place has a famous pier, and the Manhattan Beach. Los Angeles has a lot of beaches. You can search on internet, you can find a lot of beaches you can visit. Peace. And has a lot of amusement parks too, and they are Disneyland Park, Kennett's Beach Farm, Six Flags Magic Mountain, Universal Studios Hollywood, Disney California Adventure. The parks of Disney is known around the world. No. Yes. And the last is Hollywood Boulevard. Hollywood Boulevard is a long street and has a lot of things to do, but the most famous is a Walk of Fame, TCL Chinese Theater, and the Hollywood Wax Museum. And the Hollywood Wax Museum has a lot of celebrities. You can take a picture with them. Yes. To finish, think about it. And if you, like me, have the dream about visiting a country, don't give up. Run after your goals because everything is possible. And that's it. Thank you for watching my lecture, and I hope you enjoy.
Hi everyone, my name is Livia. I'm 17 years old, and today I'll talk about adoption in real life. Well, talking a little about me, so why do I choose this theme and what does it have to do with me? Adoption is a reality for me because I am adopted and my whole family is basically, because I have 2 sisters who are also adopted, and my dogs count too, so 3 dogs adopted. My parents are the difference in our house. I was born in Minas Gerais, more specific, Carmo de Minas, and I was adopted there when I was 1 year old, just 1 year old. It was a really quick adoption. And at that time, when my parents adopted me, they had already adopted my older sister on that same year, and then 10 years later, they adopted my younger sister, and I was 10 at that time, so I saw the whole process and like close I saw, and that's what I'll talk about, the process of adoption. So how does that work? It's kind of hard to summarize this thing because it's really complicated. But if I had to, I would describe it in those 4 figures. So the first thing you'll need to do when you concretize this idea on your mind, like I want to do this, I want to adopt, you have to search for a courthouse. You have to search for the judiciary part. When you decide to adopt, you need to fill a profile form about the kid you want, with things like hair color, eye color, if you accept brothers, 2, 3. And this is really important so they can know your reality, because they can give you like 5 kids if you don't have money for 5 kids. This is an important part so they can know your reality. And the next thing you have to do is wait, because then you'll be already on the adoptions line. You'll be waiting for your kid. So you have to do is wait, which is probably the most anxious and stressful and boring part, but it's part of the process, so you have to wait. And this waiting don't have like a right time, because you will be matching with your profile, so depends on each case. Then you'll be like on a completely normal day, you receive a call that can change your entire life, saying that your waiting is over, and now you have to meet your kid, which is the process of meeting, known as adaptation 2. Here's the first contact you have with your son or daughter or brothers. It's a supervised time that you spend with this or that kid that you will adopt, because it's kind of weird, like bring someone to your life that you've never seen before. And if everything was okay on this process, all this other process, you will take your kid home, which is the happiest part, for sure. You just take your kid home and have a new member in your family. Now talking about adoption in Brazil. In our country, we have almost 50,000 people wanting to adopt and a little more than 5,000 waiting to be adopted. So it's a big difference, right? And even though there are so many kids in the shelters, unfortunately, not all have the same opportunity or lucky to have a family. And this happens in case of the choice of the profile, because the most ones who are adopting in the profile form will say girl, white, up to 4 years old, without any disease and with no brothers, which doesn't match with the reality, where the most kids are black or brown with brothers and usually older, so big kids or teenagers. The adoption brings special issues to a family that biological families don't have. So, like, how do I tell my kid that he or her is adopted, how do I deal with this idea, telling the family, and those kind of issues biological families don't have. So adoptive parents always seek for people that will understand their families, their problems, and the challenges that adoption has brought to their lives. Those groups can help those parents by sharing their own experiences about those situations that can be very similar to what we're living. So, like, you didn't have any kid and now you have 3. So you can search on these groups for people that will understand and help you with those problems. And you can share also your stories to people that understand this. In our city, we have one adoption support group that, including my parents, created. This one here. And if you are shaping this idea on your mind, I'm sure that they will help you to be more sure about this feeling. And the National Adoption Day, it exists. I bet most of you didn't know that. It's celebrated on May 25 here in Brazil. It was created on United States. And it's a day to share your stories, to celebrate this, and those hands, those little hand drawing, it's kind of a campaign and social media to bring eyes to this topic that is not popular. So to bring eyes, to share stories, to show support. So probably if you open your social medias on May 25, you might see those drawings, and if you have already saw it in somewhere, now you know what it means. Thank you.
Mariana is going to talk about mental health.
Good morning, guys. I'm a little shy and nervous, but we can do it. I'm Mariana, I'm 17 years old, and today I'm here to finish my English course on English U with a lecture about how and why people have comfort movies, songs, and how it impacting their mental health or in their lives. I want to start asking you if you already know about the disease or century disease. It's there are diseases that the cases grow up in a short amount of time, and it's a topic that has been talking a lot lately, but it have to be more. All that I will talk here is my personal experience, not like scientific basis or something. It's just like how I see it and how we can deal with. And yeah, if you go into really difficult stuff, go find a psychiatrist and you go up better. I don't think this lecture is just for the young ones. It's for everyone. Everyone should take care of your mental health. A recent study found that 32% numbers of suicide increase, and here in Brazil, every 45 minutes someone dies because of the suicide. So, in the my focus here is to try to explain to you why and how people have, like, when people hear a song or watch a movie and make it, they feel better. And you can, as I said, it's all my personal experience. And I think when you hear a song or watch a movie, you relate it with it. You can get in touch with someone, you can get inspired, you can see some consequence of actions that you think is good but have bad consequence. And wait, I'm shaking. And to illustrate, I bring music therapy. It means like it improves overall physical treatment. And there's a phrase that where words fail, music speaks. So there's some diseases that can be treated with music therapy, as stroke, coma recovery, autism, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and multiple sclerosis. And how it works, how music do that. You know when a music starts or it ends, you know the lyrics, you know everything. So it excites your brain, and our brain is a muscle, so you have to be trained and listen and watching to it get better. And all the disease is about brain, so you can get better. All that I said here is from a source, a website, bausa.org. So I know I tell you that it's all my personal experience, but I have to search before bringing this to you guys. And celebrities is directly linked with the songs and movies you watch. Like when you hear a song, of course you will search about it and you will find another songs. When you find about the story of the singer's life, and you can see it, you can hear a song, and then you think, how they write this, like a miles away from me. Like, it doesn't make sense, but it happens. So you make it a comfort. To sum up, we all need to escape. We all need to have something that we like to do, to hear, to watch, something that make us feel better and make us like know that everything will be alright as soon as it have to be, and something that you have to do to distract yourself and to get better when you are having bad days. Thank you, everyone. Hope you all don't think I'm a crazy student, like about, I don't know. I know that at least one of you guys felt what I said, and I hope I had helped you. I also want to thank you, Ricardo, and all the English U team, and us as students always have the best support, and we feel inventive, more needed, more more fluent in the natives. No, I'm kidding, because as Ricardo always said, we learn with our mistakes. So whatever you do from now, make mistakes. Thank you.
Well, I have to say so many things about this event, but one of the first things I would like to say, Ricardo, you can be very, very proud of your students, of your teachers, because I have to be careful with my English, because the knowledge that there is here in English is fantastic. So I have to be thinking of all the words just before I say, guys, you are amazing. I mean, at your age, you youngsters, my goodness, I mean, the knowledge, some of the words that you use, all of you, are fantastic. I mean, some of them I don't even remember. My congratulations to all of you, because you've done fantastic. When I think I mentioned it to someone, when I was 12 or when I was 13, I didn't know English existed. I mean, in those days in Spain, we were learning French. So English, I didn't know what English was. When I was 14 years old, the Beatles came out in Spain, and my brother and I, we wanted to know what they were singing. And that was my beginning with the language of English. And I do thank the Beatles for making me to learn English. If I'm here now, it's because a little bit of them, and also for my effort. So to conclude, what Pietro said before is true. You learn in the school with the teachers, but then at home you have to listen to music, read English, write English. It's very important to write. When you're writing, the English comes to your head, so it's very important. Watch television as well. So, guys, Ricardo, I am amazed. Well, I am amazed. I mean, I don't know what to say. As I said, I have to be careful with my English because it's fantastic. Guys, thank you very much. Ricardo, thank you very much for letting me to stay here. I don't need to say that, but I don't need to say that. To learn English, where would you go in Limeira? In English U. I'm a little bit of part of English U, that's why I feel very proud of it. Once again, thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. To learn English is not just, I'm learning English because I want to know. You have to have a meaning, a goal to learn English. Because for you, youngsters, will be the future, the very future will be in all the kind of jobs that you may do in your life. English will help you a lot. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure once again to be here. Ricardo, teachers, all of you, thank you very much. Muito obrigado.
Foto com barulho é mais caro, moço?
Pega o capacete.
Não for ruim.
Pode ficar, aí sai também, o Ramon pode ficar, Luane. Sai também, eu não entendi também. Pedro. Esse é só nós. Onde eu vou?
Gente, é muita gente famosa.
Vai, Luciano, vai ver.
Legal,